Yes, sir. You already know what time it is. It's your boy C-Mo, and we back once again with Mo Sports TV. I'm with the gang, Matt Chi.
Yes, sir.
And Big Ed. You already know what time it is. It is NBA playoff time. It's been popping. It's been going down. A lot of things have happened over the last week in the NBA playoffs. We're going to recap round two, and we're going to preview the conference finals, both Eastern and Western. We're going to recap everything that went down over the last week. A lot of game sixes went down.
A lot of heartbreak, surrounding the tri-state area.
A lot of dreams and nightmares, to say the least.
Yeah. Shit ain't sweet, though. Shit is not sweet, especially not in the East right now. I can tell you that much. But, a lot going on in terms of the NBA. A lot to talk about. A lot of drama, because I feel like every team, for the most part, that is lost. There's drama surrounding their stars, surrounding their coaches, surrounding the future of their franchise. I feel like a lot is stirring in the pot of the NBA right now.
Absolutely. Let me just get everybody in here, and we're going to get this going for real. And
it's a jive. So, I mean, you look at these teams. I when I say that, I think of like Phoenix. There's question marks around. Obviously, they just fired Monty Williams. I think of the Devin Booker situation, the future of him in Phoenix, the future of Kevin Durant, Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton. And then I also think of the Philadelphia 76ers, another team that just lost, and there's question marks. Doc Rivers fired.
Let's talk about the Sixers Celtics game 7 that just went down a couple of days ago. Tatum went absolutely fucking nuts. There was some doubts
about his clutch, his X factor.
Yeah, there was some doubts
because you can't post Kobe Bryant text messages and then come out and shit the bed in a game 7. Right? You can't do that.
Sometimes it just takes a little bit of animosity to bring out the dog in you. I know I posted when he was 1 for 14 in game 6, down 6.
Yeah.
Right before the fourth quarter started, I was making fun of him too. And then fourth quarter, game 6, puts on a fucking masterpiece of 16 points in the fourth, 4 threes, I want to say, near. Yep. Ridiculous.
And then shoots 60% from deep in game 7, 51 points. An NBA high, a history right there. So, I mean, I guess shout out to Jason Tatum because he finally showed up when it really, really mattered. And Boston in the Eastern Conference Finals. Now, one thing I want to talk about, they are playing the Miami Heat. They're minus 550 this series. That's
interesting.
That's a big margin.
And I think that's great value for the Miami Heat, by the way. If anybody's going to bet on that, I would bet the value. Obviously, Miami plus 550 is nothing to ever sleep on with the Heat.
No, not with what we've seen.
Shit ain't sweet with the Heat. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Unfortunately, I thought it was. I thought this was the season, considering, Oladipo's not there. Tyler Hero is not there, was not there. I thought that was the opportunity for the Knicks to take that series. And, I mean, Miami just shut us right up with 9 undrafted players on that squad. Tom Thibodeau just got coached in an entire series once again.
Yeah, so let's spin back to the Sixers. So Doc Rivers got fired. Has that been a long time coming, or
Doc stinks?
Yeah.
Overrated.
Doc stink. Spoelstra is one of them. Spoelstra is one of them. He's a fantastic coach. Doc Rivers, not nearly. I don't think Doc Rivers could, kiss the feet of Eric Spoelstra. Doc is looking to be one of those guys, but he just goes to these teams and he doesn't elevate anybody on the team. He has these stars, and it's just like if the stars don't do exactly what they're supposed to do, it is what it is. Doc.
I don't even think he draws up plays, bro.
No, he doesn't.
I don't even think he does that.
More effort, less turnovers, make your free throws, and get out there and play some ball.
Doc is one of the most overrated coaches ever. Yeah, but they love that Celtics 2008, championship.
That carried him for a while, that's for sure.
It carried his whole coaching career.
It carried him over to the Clippers.
Oh,
he did a shit job with that Clippers team. That Clippers team gave him a good name too, because that team was fucking stacked. They have Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, Caron Butler. They had a little. Yeah, they had a squad, bro. They had a squad. and they could have won a championship with that team too, and he did it.
Leads. That shit's crazy to me.
He's a master of getting out in the second round.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Joel Embiid, another master of getting out in the second round.
Pussy, bro.
Whoa, we need some accountability for Joel Embiid.
No accountability on his part. Those teammates under the bus every playoff series.
He said, "Me and James can't do it ourselves."
Well, first of all, you and James are the reason you lost Game 7. Yeah. What did they go for combined? Probably what, 30%, 40%? Terrible. It was terrible. You got 15 points and 9 points. Yeah. So what's that? 25 points combined between the both of them? You're not going to win a Game 7 against Boston with 25 combined points between Joel Embiid and James Harden. Are you shitting me?
No. And I just want to say there was a FanDuel boost that said not James Harden. The FanDuel boost said Joel Embiid, Jason Tatum to combine for 70-plus points.
What'd they get?
69.
Yo, FanDuel knows what they're doing, bro. Like, that's
so bad. The script is scripted.
Didn't they get, it was very close to 69 if it wasn't. Joe, how many did you say Embiid had?
15 points.
Oh, so it was 66. Tough.
Very tough.
Very tough. But imagine that should be a cash. You know what I mean? That's a green bean in my head.
Supposed to be.
And that's a good point, JB. Embiid's stats do slice at half in the playoffs.
We talked about
9 points diff.
Bro, in the Facebook group, that is the biggest margin in a drop-off by an MVP in the playoffs in NBA history. You can't have that. You simply can't have your MVP not show up.
Well, you got to think about this. Most of the points come from the free throw line. So in the playoffs, they don't give them that call. They're not going
to give them that.
Then are you really the most valuable player in the league?
He should have never said he was the best player in the league after he fucking beat Boston.
Well, he had the stats, and the stat guys are always going to be lenient towards, I guess, Jokic, but listen,
that pussy need to stop getting hurt every fucking playoffs. It's that simple. That can't be the reason every time they start losing, they say, "Oh, well, he's been injured the whole playoffs." No, that has to stop.
We can't.
He gets injured every playoffs too. By the way, all 3 of these years where they gotten out in the second round, there was a point in time where he was hurt for 1 or 2 games, and that's not it.
Brittle bone, bitch.
You can't do that and expect to say you deserve the MVP.
Do you blow up the ship if you're the Sixers, or do you run it back with another coach? And if so, who? I really don't know, because the Sixers, I said it last episode regarding the Bucks. How much better can the Sixers really get right now? Right?
Yeah.
The process is out the window. You're just basically dealing with the scraps of what the process left you, which was Joel Embiid, maybe Tyrese Maxey, if you want to consider that the end of the process. But regardless, Harden, sure, yeah, but are you even going to retain Harden? He's got eyes on Houston. He loves the strip clubs out there. It is what it is. He's got that connection. So what
Phoenix
are we really working with here?
He's looking at Phoenix hard.
Yeah.
I mean,
go get value for some.
This is what I would.
For Embiid.
This is what I would do personally if I am the Sixers. Okay, if I am the Sixers, I am going to try and find a team this offseason that is willing to take Tobias Harris on a 1-year cap casualty deal. Okay. And figure out, send him a first rounder too. I don't give a fuck. Figure it out. Because guess what? He's making $39 million next year. And if he's on the fucking books, you're cooked next year. You might as well just say fucking forget about it. Okay. Figure out a way. He has 1 year left. There might be a team that needs to fucking clear up space for the next year. Well, I don't know who. I'm not speculating, but that's what the Sixers need to target. And they need to figure out what the fuck they're going to do with James Harden. Are you going to bring him back next year? I mean, he has some great games, but just like every other year with James Harden, sometimes he doesn't show up in a couple of games either. And
he had everybody.
Look, Game 7, he doesn't show up when he's supposed to.
Yeah, no,
and that's what fucks it up.
He fooled everybody with that one performance. Everybody bought in on him, and they thought that he was going to show out.
Y'all was talking nasty about James Harden too. I ain't gonna fucking forget about it. Y'all was talking crazy.
Clay still isn't bad.
I'm still wrong about Clay, but y'all still was talking nasty about James Harden though.
He's still a top 5 point guard in the league.
What way? I still think he's better than AI. So y'all live off the AI.
Too,
he lost in the finals.
AI. Look, James Harden never carried his team to the finals. Never. Never once.
AI. So AI did it and lost and won one game against Shaq.
Who cares? It was fucking Kobe Shaq. All right.
So.
Fucking please.
Okay.
And he had Eric McKee was his number 2. Fuck out of here, please.
Eric Snow, Aaron McKee.
Yeah, come on, Eric Snow, bro. Fucking old ass Dikembe Mutombo.
You want me to have
Get the fuck out of here.
I don't care about
out of here.
Listen,
I don't care about none of that.
We just have.
No. Well, I'm sorry. There was people saying James Harden over Dwayne Wade.
Oh yeah, that was
nice. There was people saying that, and that's where the problem comes. I'm not beefing over AI. I'm really beefing over niggas that's talking about James Harden over Dwayne Wade?
Nah, you need a championship. Like, you need at least one ring in order to do that. I mean,
if
Harden
he had a ring,
has the
I would say
MVPs.
that, though.
Yeah, Harden has the MVPs. Now we need the big hardware now. So I think the Sixers have an issue, and that is being absolute mid in the NBA. And I don't just mean that they're mid because we talked about, oh, the Knicks made the second round, you're not a mid team. The future of the Sixers is just looking like that's going to make them mid. You know what I mean? They're stuck in purgatory, and that's the worst
they're
spot to be in
Harris
the NBA.
hell. That's what they're in right now.
They are literally, because you're not in a lottery pick scenario where you could get a young star, and you don't have any cap flexibility, obviously, with a guy like Tobias Harris on your roster. So what are we really doing here? How much better can the Sixers get than this Harden-Embiid duo with Tyrese Maxey as the third player?
I think they need to go around like Maxey.
I don't know. It starts with their coaching decision, though. Who do you think they're going to get? I think Monty Williams would be a very smart decision on their end to do. Budenholzer as well.
I think Budenholzer is the best option.
But it still all rotates back to Embiid getting hurt in the play. Like,
it does.
It doesn't matter what coach he has. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, Bud isn't giving you 48 minutes. You know,
yeah, he can't get hurt like he gets hurt in the playoffs. I don't care about the regular season shit. And y'all need to stop saying the MVP doesn't matter when you're in the playoffs because you're doing it for everybody else. But when it comes to Embiid,
he would be the only, if he was to say retire today, which obviously he's not, but he would be the only MVP in NBA history to never reach the conference finals. That's a nasty bag.
That's a very nasty bag.
How can you, are you really an MVP caliber play? Like, in the group of these other MVPs, if you can't get your team past the second round?
Joel Embiid is one of the most dominant centers in damn near the history of the NBA. But don't get me.
What you mean?
Top 5. He's up there.
Top 5 what?
Centers as offensive centers. Yeah.
Ever?
Wait, we talked about how stacked that list was.
Yeah. Wait, now I'm thinking about it. That's kind of crazy.
Because we said,
I'm gonna fall back on that, but I will say
we said if Jokic got a ring, would that make him top 5? And then we brought up, all these insane centers. Like, the centers run deep in NBA history.
They do run deep because that was the original.
Because even 5
NBA
has
position.
2-3 rings. You know what I mean? Like, the 5th guy is like who? Like,
but he's dominant though. We're not gonna
like off the top of the head. Shaq, Kareem, Wilt, Bill Russell. That's just
he's a PF.
David Robinson.
Dwight.
Yeah, Dwight. Yeah, David Robinson. Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot.
Hakeem, power forward.
Hakeem's a power forward.
Yeah, but it's crazy. It's crazy.
Nah, back to my point is Joel Embiid. He can't be considered one of these top guys without a ring.
Yep.
2, putting it on his back the whole time without getting hurt and putting up 48 minutes. And like we said, he's a regular season guy. He flops, he gets fouls. A lot of his game comes from the free throw line.
Well, you talked about how basically he needs to be that guy to carry them. And isn't it funny how the disparity between him and Jimmy Butler is exactly that? 2 guys that had the opportunity to play together and it didn't work out. Why? Because Jimmy tries to pull the best out of his guys. And how can you do that when he's just constantly shitting the bed in the playoffs?
I'm
going to tell you why.
They liked each other, though. They liked each other.
I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why Jimmy left. Jimmy has to be the number 1. Wherever
Tobias
he's at.
Harris over me.
It was
literally because of Tobias Harris. They kept Tobias. They wanted to keep Tobias Harris.
Okay, but Jimmy Butler was still going to go to Miami, though. He wanted to go to Miami.
He had his eyes set.
He was set on Miami. There was really nothing the Philly could have did to
the whole Rachel Nichols, bro. He went to her and was like, "I'm going to Miami." That was 2 weeks before free agency.
I love Jimmy like the next person, but I don't think he's like a true number 1.
Yes, what? Yes, he is.
I didn't think so too.
I don't think
and then he just tore us to pieces.
Playoff time.
We'll see, bro.
That's all that matters.
We'll see. I mean, he said it.
Get a chip then.
Jimmy Butler said it today. Their window is right now. This is their best opportunity. He feels that the Miami Heat have to make the finals and win a championship.
No.
Why not? What do you mean?
It's wide open.
It's wide open, bro.
It's wide open, but I don't think they
win. I can't doubt them anymore. I'm not going to be.
So let's transfer over to
the last time in the bubble when they went, they got cooked.
Let's talk about the Celtics Heat. It's all about the Celtics Heat.
Yeah, so,
because
I mean, I have Celtics in 6.
You have Celtics in 6. I hope Tatum can't do that bullshit he did last year. So.
Can't.
Look, I don't know. Yo.
Bro, Jimmy
Miami could win in 7.
I hate to say it, but
it can happen.
Him.
It can happen. I'm not predicting that. I'm going to say Celtics in 7, but Miami very well could win this series.
They really
do not get it fucked up. I'm telling you right now, like I said before, shit is not sweet with the Heat.
Having to watch 6 straight games of Max Strus, Gabe Vincent, Kevin Love, Kyle Lowry, just tearing my I thought that too. I really thought, this team is not a championship caliber team. These are guys, a few of them on the other side of the hill, of their careers. You got one-way players like Duncan Robinson, Kyle Lowry, who are defensive, literally barn doors. I thought it was just something sweet. No, Jimmy Butler has them playing elite basketball right now. And I swear, those Kevin Love threes, those Duncan Robinson threes, the Max Strus threes, they're like shotgun slugs to the chest every time, especially if Mike Breen's saying bang on the other side.
Celtics.
Is Hero playing the series?
I think maybe the second half of the series.
What is the injury report, chat? Is he close to returning? Is it possible for him to return this round? What's going on? But
I don't even think that. I don't see them beating the Sixers, bro. I mean the Celtics.
This is every episode. The Knicks let the Strus get loose. The Celtics won't. I mean, I don't know.
They're a way better defensive team.
They are, but I can't doubt Miami anymore. Like I gotta accept that they're here to play ball.
They haven't won anything.
Well, didn't they play each other in the bubble 2 years ago?
Well, they played each other last season in the conference finals.
And they lost to the Celtics, correct?
They did.
Yeah, the Celtics has the Heat's card, but this Heat play fucking hard, man.
They play hard smart. All you want.
They play smart and they play hard.
Those South Beach refs too. Stop playing with them.
The South Beach refs.
They can have that dog in them all they want.
Bro, those Bam Adebayo moving screens are different.
They play rough, man.
they
play defense. And guess what? Spoelstra is going to run a fucking ring around Missoula, by the way. So, I mean, there's some advantages on the Heat side as well. It's just not like
coaching and Jimmy Butler.
Yep.
Yep.
That beat the Knicks. That's exactly what beat the Knicks in a 6-game series in Boston. Boston is better, yes, but I don't know.
Yeah, Boston is absolutely better than the Knicks.
Yeah, so we're not even doing that.
And the South Beach refs. You can't.
We got
a
comment. Can we leave the refs out of it? No, not when it's Miami. Come on, stop. You think Pat Riley doesn't have?
It's the playoffs.
Something going on there. Heater saying they're optimistic for a Hero return in the finals if they get there.
Finals. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought it was a 6-week injury that happened about a month ago. So
that boy's streaky anyway.
Streaky, but bubble, but in the bubble, and it's all bubble scenery right now, right?
That's how I know the script is scripting, because it's the same exact bubble matchups. That's to get rid of that first narrative, right? And the second narrative is that play-in teams is a waste of time. And now we have 2 play-in teams in the fucking Eastern and Western Conference Finals. So 2 narratives just got smashed over the fucking head. But
the bubble thing, though, we
off.
Talked about it when we were, planning today's episode. The thing about the whole bubble narrative is there are only a handful of players. You look on the Lakers, the only guys that are left from that bubble roster on the Lakers, AD and LeBron. You go over to the Nuggets, it's Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic. You go over to the Miami Heat, it's Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero, not playing, Gabe Vincent, and Jimmy Butler. And then you go to the Celtics, and it's Tatum, Brown, Smart, and Rob Williams. So, I mean, most of these guys are not bubble experienced.
Right.
I
know. It's a fake narrative.
That's exactly what I mean. It's a fake narrative.
But people are running with that shit big time.
Of course they are.
People are running. The LeBron fans are running with it crazy.
Well,
the Heat fans are running with it crazy.
Let me tell y'all fucking delusional.
The LeBron fans?
The LeBron fans and Heat fans are fucking delusional.
Yeah. Well, they're also Cowboy fans, so it makes sense.
Usually Lakers fans are Cowboys fans.
Yeah. And
usually Cowboys fans are Yankees fans.
I was just gonna say they're Yankee fans as well. So it happens. Joe Mazzulla does stand against Spoelstra. Yeah, the first year playoff head coach going up against Eric Spoelstra. One of the probably questionably on the Mount Rushmore of NBA coaches all time.
Top 10.
Top 10?
Yeah, I don't know about top 5. Possibly top 5.
His resume is nuts.
He needs to win another ring to get in the top 5.
I think about like Phil Jackson.
Yeah, what? Who's the other guy? Riddles or whatever. Pat Riley. Too. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Pop,
Fair. But Spo is goated.
Nice stuff.
Spo is very,
all
very
right,
tough.
Let's move on to.
Let's talk about what's happening out west. So the Lakers.
Let's talk about the Nuggets, Lakers. The Lakers
got the Warriors out of there.
Fuck the Warriors up too. I'm so confused about the Warriors.
Draymond, get off LeBron dick. Like, let's get that out the way.
Red Auerbach.
That guy is weird, bro.
So Draymond was partying with LeBron the night of them getting eliminated, I want to say, or the night after, one of them, and they were just hanging out 1v1.
Mano y mano.
So, I mean, can we see a situation where Draymond goes to LA? I could see it.
No, not with what Steve Kerr said today, where he said the Warriors aren't contenders if they don't have Draymond Green on the roster. So I think they're going to do everything in their power. I think Steve Kerr is so in with Bob Myers that they're going to make sure, Draymond.
What is Draymond's market?
The Lakers and Spurs.
I mean, price-wise.
You have to get
how much is he going to demand on the market?
$30 million
a year.
I think so.
I'm not doing that.
I think that's what he's gonna, because you look at guys around the league.
I pay 20 for Draymond tops.
Duncan Robinson's getting 20.
I don't give a fuck. That's a bad contract.
Evan Fournier's getting 21.
Draymond is old. He's lost a step. He's good at what he does still, but he's not prime time fucking, all right, 25 a year.
Julius Randle's getting 24. Put that just a.
And Brunson is getting 27. You know what I'm saying? Like, Draymond is not like so his value is there. Is just he's not gonna win you a game either. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna go out and win you a game. But he's one of the best role players in the league. I'll give you that. But like 20 to 25 around there.
$8 to $12 billion max. Who said that? You can't, don't disrespect a Hall of Famer like that.
How old is Draymond Green? Because he has gray hair coming out.
Yeah,
he's in his 30s. Yeah, like I can't see him getting more than 20. Like I said, I don't know. I think it's 20. Yeah, that's his value in my opinion. 20 a year for 2 years and a team option for year 3.
33, dog.
33, yeah. I can't even see that. 3 years, 50 million, bro.
18 to 20 years.
3 years, 50 million. That's like 17 and a half a year. That's what I would give him.
8 to 12 million is Dylan Brooks money. Nah, Dylan Brooks is gonna get 20 million, dog. I really am.
Brooks probably get like 15. I would say Brooks gets 15 a year.
15 to 20. I wouldn't be surprised to see a team give him 20 million. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Miami. But
Jordan Poole might be out of there.
Jordan Poole could be out of there.
The only player that Draymond Green didn't mention on his podcast was Jordan Poole.
Well, for obvious reasons, he's not allowed to talk about him.
No, but he mentioned everybody on the team, talking about their game and how they played against the Lakers, and then just didn't. That was the only guy that he didn't talk about.
Now,
and Clay, you're not getting a fucking max anywhere. I don't know why you think you are. Or people think he's getting the max.
I thought Clay was a free agent this year, and he's not.
What is he?
No, he's not.
He's getting 43 next year.
He has a player option though, right?
No, it's just straight up 43.
Let's talk about Clay's contract since we're on the subject of the Warriors. Well, the thing is, I could see a scenario where the Knicks do somewhat of a swap with Evan Fournier, maybe, and some picks if they wanted a guy like Klay Thompson, but I don't want to overreact, in that term. So, but I think Klay is a warrior. I don't think the 3, Draymond, Steph, Klay, I think they stay put. I think if anything, Jordan Poole, because Jordan Poole is the only one of those guys. He was the third splash bro, we thought, but he doesn't bring that other side of the ball. And Steph Curry really doesn't either, but he's the greatest of all time shooting the ball. So it is what it is.
Like I said, I thought Clay was a free agent, unrestricted this year. That's why I was saying Knicks should go after him. But since he's not, there's no reason to even trade for him or anything of that nature, in my opinion. I think he stays. I think Draymond will be the one ultimately going still. I don't care what Kerr is saying. I still think he's the one that's going to have to go if he's going to try and get some big. You know how Draymond is. Everything big with Draymond. He's going to command some type of crazy ass number, and the Warriors are not going to be able to pay it. And I don't know what Poole's contract is either, but
he got money. He got the bag.
Yeah, he just signed a deal, I felt.
Poole, I want to say Poole's on the RJ extension, that same type of deal. They were the same draft.
Yeah, Poole ain't going no. It's Draymond. Draymond's out of there. And Clay might be gone the year after. But let's move on to the Nuggets.
Yeah, I got just to cap off, Jordan Poole, 4-year, $128 million. So yeah, he
ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, but I got Nuggets in 7. No, I don't know, because then I'm like Game 7. Or like, am I going to bet against LeBron James? This
Lakers Warriors predictions first.
This is Lakers Nuggets.
I mean Lakers Nuggets.
That's what I'm saying.
Damn, I'm bugging.
6.
Lakers Nuggets. I got Nuggets in 6. I got Nuggets maybe in 5. But if the script is scripting, Lakers in 7. That's all I have to say.
I want to say Nuggets.
Top to bottom, the Nuggets are the better team.
They are, absolutely. But this Lakers script.
The Lakers script is scripting right now. I can't lie, bro.
It's different. Man.
I will not be surprised if LeBron takes them to 7 and wins.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised just because that's the NBA for you nowadays. I know the Nuggets are better. I know the Nuggets should wipe the fucking floor with them. But, like, at the end of the day, the Lakers are the Lakers.
They're definitely not the better team. Yeah. Look at that Lakers roster and tell me how well-rounded it is, buddy. Like, come on,
they're
bro.
Well-rounded for a team for LeBron.
They have 2 stars, and they're just willing you through.
But
you have 2 stars who played a team that doesn't have good players in those specific positions. One of them, the only guy who could stand a chance on that Warriors team covering either of those guys, is in love with LeBron James, and that's Draymond Green. So how much are we really doing here? They didn't even have a center because Kevon Looney was hurt.
I got it. So, go ahead.
I think this is going to be a good matchup for AD and Jokic. They finally get to play centers.
This is a legacy series for Jokic. Got to get to the finals.
It's more of a legacy series.
AD's got a legacy though. Like AD is never going to be an MVP. This is where Nikola Jokic needs to make his bread. If he wants to cement himself in NBA history, you have the MVPs. You got to win a championship now. That's all we're waiting for.
AD has to prove himself and go crazy on Jokic.
LeBron this is a legacy series for LeBron too.
Nah,
if he makes it to the finals, if he wins,
okay,
that would be a legacy series for LeBron. Is what I'm trying to say.
How though? Because LeBron is somebody that could retire today.
Because exactly, he's gonna be fucking. How old is he?
He's 39. Yeah, he's about to be 40. So like, what are
he's old as shit, still making it to the finals? That's crazy.
He's 38. Like, but his legacy's already cemented. We're talking about Jokic, who is not the current MVP, but currently probably the best player in the NBA, and he's trying to cement himself in history. He needs.
I'm not
to win
saying
a title.
It's not a Jokic legacy either, though. There could be multiple legacy. Depending on the narrative that pops off. If the Lakers fucking get past it, it is a legacy enhancer for LeBron. So is it not?
What's your narrative for this game?
The narrative is Nuggets in 6, but if the script is going crazy, Lakers in 7. That's the narrative.
What's your narrative for this?
Jamal Murray needs to put on a show against whatever guard, D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves.
He has to show
Dennis
up.
Schroeder, anybody that's in Jamal Murray's way, he has to
dog him out.
35, 40 up, I'm going to say, per game. Like, I need that from Jamal Murray to prove it series right now, because I think that's what it's going to take. Jokic is going to get his. That's not even a question. Like, he's playing Anthony Davis, sure, but this is somebody that's so savvy. He's going to give you his production. We need Jamal Murray to be the number 2 in this scenario and actually produce.
I agree. I definitely agree. So what you got? Nuggets in 6, you said?
That's what my heart thinks it should be. But like you're saying, the script is scripting. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Lakers were to win, it would be in 7. But I'm taking Nuggets in 6.
All right. So we got pretty much the same.
Yeah, around the Nuggets.
Don't care about the script.
LeBron's legacy is already stamped. He can't go anywhere down from here. Aaron Gordon is the X factor in how he guards LeBron.
Right. He can't go down. I'm not saying he can go down. He can only go up. And if he does win, his legacy does improve because he made another fucking finals at the age of 39. And that's fucking crazy. 38, whatever. Same shit.
I love Denver, though. I love them as a team.
I think Denver wins it all, in my opinion. That's my opinion. That's my prediction. I think Denver wins the whole thing. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Lakers win either.
MPJ on TV
I don't put nothing past him.
He's fine. I didn't think was Michael Porter Jr. hurt or questionable at all.
His injuries. He gets little
yeah.
bullshit here and there, but he's back. He's gonna play. He's gonna play tonight. NBA lottery. NBA lottery.
The Wemby sweepstakes.
The Wemby sweepstakes. Who's gonna win Wemby? Who's gonna win Scoot? I think Orlando wins.
Wins Wemby?
I think Orlando wins Wemby.
I predicted Orlando last year, so I'm going to say Orlando gets the 2 and they get Scoot.
That's fine, too.
Either way, it's a win-win.
I think if the script is scripting, right, Orlando needs a place, where all the tourists can go. When, all the foreign tourists that's going to Disney, right? They got their guy, Victor.
They can hit Disney and then hit a Magic game real quick?
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's our agenda right
there.
That's
the agenda. The Disney agenda. Look, the Disney agenda. Who owns sports media?
That's hard.
Bro. You know what? I'm done. I'm done talking about this. Who do y'all think? Yeah, I was getting too crazy. I was getting too crazy. But just remember the Disney agenda if they fucking win. But go ahead.
Number 1. We only got one comment, and I'm sure that's Ernest. I'm going with the San Antonio Spurs. I think they get the number 1 overall pick tonight. I think Pop is going to get his guy, give Wemby a little push in the beginning of his career, and then Pop's going to throw the deuces. I'm out of here. Hand the team over to Becky Hammon, and then she takes over Wembanyama, and they become the next great duo in San Antonio.
I would love to see him in San Antonio. Another place I would love to see him is in Detroit.
Yeah, that's what I'm going with.
I'm rooting for Detroit to win. I want Detroit to win just for Dev.
And
just
Ben
for
Wallace
Dev.
is going to be there representing. So
yeah, I just want to see.
Or if they get 2.
Because look, if they get
1 or 2,
if they get Wemby, that squad is ready to go.
Yeah,
that squad's ready to go.
I need Dev to go live in the group if they get Wemby.
That squad's ready to go with Wemby. Rookie year, Cade,
Jaden
Ivy,
yeah,
Bay.
No, Sadiq Bey is in Atlanta. But they got Jalen Duran.
Who's their wing? That's good. Got a good wing. Never mind.
No, I don't know.
But
I couldn't tell you.
Wemby with them, with Wiseman and all them too. They got a little squad. That'll be a little squad to fuck with.
Young and up and coming, and they need a head coach. Who do we think is going to coach that squad if they get Wemby tonight? And if that, does their draft position tonight impact who they get as a head coach? Do we think?
If I was them, I would get Mark Jackson if they got that.
I'm not taking Mark Jackson to lead a young team, bro. I can't lie to you.
Why not?
He led the
Warriors.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Are we gonna say that was Mark Jackson that brought together? I'm not giving Mark Jackson the credit to.
Before Mark Jackson, they had Monte Ellis and they had Monte Ellis and Steph Curry and Baron Davis, and that squad barely did shit. And then when Mark Jackson came in and got Clay, them niggas was rocking, bro.
I don't think Mark Jackson's the best option out there though for that team. I think
that's gotta be racist.
I think there's so many better options for Detroit than Mark Jackson. I don't know. I think Mark Jackson's a guy that would come into a team that's already built up. A team like Milwaukee.
Well, there's a lot of candidates out there right now. I mean,
so
I'm
think
sure
the guy for Detroit would be Nick Nurse, a defensive-minded coach, especially with a point guard like Jaden Ivey and Cade Cunningham, and a point forward like Cade Cunningham. It's the same type of somewhat positionless basketball that they ran in Toronto with just massive guard play that also can be forwards. So I think I got Nick Nurse taking that job.
And we got like Budenholzer and Monty's still up for grabs as well. So
I got Bud going to Phoenix.
Bud's going to Phoenix, huh? Okay. Where will Monty go? I think Monty goes to Philly.
I got Monty going to Milwaukee. So we'll see. Lot going on.
I got Mark Jackson going to Milwaukee.
He's interviewing. I'm sure they're interviewing a lot of candidates. So we'll see. Monty still can't get over the hill. Monty to the Spurs. What is that even? Bud to the Spurs. Get out of here. Just trolling at this point.
Okay. I mean, the Bucks, like you said, just interviewed Mark Jackson. So
yeah, we'll see.
Is somebody in the NBA finally going to let him back after him getting blackballed by the NBA? Is somebody going to finally let him get a job?
I love him as a commentator. I don't want to see him.
I thought he was a good coach, but he was beefing. He was beefing, and
he's a player's guy.
He's a player's guy. He was beefing with the front office the whole time. Front office don't want that shit. You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna have to fucking settle the fuck down. He thinks he's gonna get back in the NBA head coaching spot.
Didn't he leave Jokic off his ballot? Yeah, he did, and then
he apologized for it because at least he can be smart about it. And he said he got bamboozled. He got convinced.
Fuck that has to do with being a coach.
That has nothing to do with being.
Yeah, wait. If this guy just bought into the whole Embiid was better narrative for him to shit the bed in the playoffs, and we want him to coach a new team. Stay in the booth, brother. JJ Redick interviewed with Toronto. How do we feel about that?
Look, there's two players that I think could be great head coaches. I think JJ Redick could actually be a really good coach, but I also think Chris Paul should fucking retire this year and become a head coach. I think Chris Paul would be an amazing coach. An amazing coach.
I don't know.
I do.
How many players do we know that were good coaches?
A lot.
Full name,
bro.
I mean, a lot of
that we know coaches. In our generation.
Most coaches were
players
NBA
to some
players.
extent. You know what I mean? They might
not
stars, superstars, but they were coaches.
Steve Nash was horrible. Thomas was horrible.
Jason Kidd,
pretty bad.
Kid had an up and down career as a coach. He's had up and downs.
JJ Redick would be just like Steve Nash. I disagree. Nash was brought in as a puppet off of the Rips. He was brought in. Everybody knew Steve Nash was not going to be that guy.
That was a narrative hire.
Darvin Ham's an example of a role player in the NBA that ended up as a good coach.
I said a certain player. I said
a star. I don't. Whatever. Sure. You got it.
Chris Paul. He'll be great.
I still think. I agree. I still think CP could be a good head coach.
He'd be a great head coach because he'll hold his players accountable, and he's very smart with basketball.
I can see him being a GM.
Yeah, that too. Shit. I think that's it for the NBA. Let's move on to baseball real quick. Aaron Judge.
Let's talk about it because this was crazy last night. Now, if anybody watched the Yankees Blue Jays game. Now, I'm not going to say that the Yankees have necessarily been clean in the cheating department throughout their MLB, franchise career, whatever, franchise history, but I don't believe any team necessarily has. Now, yesterday, Aaron Judge got called out by the Blue Jays commentators for cheating. They accused him live in the moment of cheating because before his home run, he glanced over to the dugout and then looked back and then hit the home run the next pitch. Now, I mean, come on, to accuse a guy, to be baselessly accusing this guy of cheating live on television is crazy. The guy just hit 62 home runs, broke a franchise record last season, and was the American League MVP. And you're going to come just accuse him off the rip of cheating? That's crazy. Like, as a non-Yankee fan, like, what do you think about that?
Me personally, I mean, the only reason it has a little bit of traction is because the Blue Jays reporters reported that it wasn't just the at-bat where he had the home run. It was multiple at-bats he was doing it. Aaron Judge returned fire and said that he heard his teammates chirping, basically fooling around. They were up 6-0 at the time.
And they were chirping at the ump.
Yeah, they were chirping, talking shit, and Aaron Judge wanted to see who it was that was chirping. But a chirp could also be, hey, this is the pitch.
I just think it would be like, how could a team this soon after the Astros like win.
And they were the biggest complainers about the Astros series, obviously.
Yeah.
But I don't think he was cheating.
Like, just to say
let's see if it's a common reoccurrence. Let's just put it like that. Let's see if he does it again.
I would,
if
he does it again after all of this, like, I mean, I would just be absolutely flabbergasted to see the next week Aaron Judge glancing at the dugout, multiple times during his at-bats after all of this, happens. So,
yeah, I got to see it happen more than once. And we have to go back on his film and see if he's done it before.
They actually looked at that. Like, Twitter dove into it.
Yeah. Somebody needs to do a deep dive.
He hasn't done it this season at all. Not that he did it in any other season, but they didn't look beyond.
I'm not going to. I think it's bullshit. Most likely. It's
when
bullshit.
You're a commentator for a professional team and sports network, there's just no way you can accuse a superstar, one of the faces of baseball like that, of cheating so baselessly. And so just, as soon as you saw that, you were like, well, not to say any accusations, but that's quite suspicious, don't you think? Like, come on, man. You can't do that. You cannot do that.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We're just really going to have to see what happens in the future. I think it's bullshit. I don't think it's going to go down.
Comment says,
fuck the Blue Jays. They should quit the season and make some syrup. I get it.
Maple syrup? Yeah. All right.
I'm with that. I like syrup. But, yeah, I think that's going to wrap it up for this week. Mo Sports TV, you already know. Thank you for supporting. We got some big things on the way. Make sure y'all holler at us and keep it up, y'all. I'm fucking with y'all. Peace.
Appreciate y'all.